G'day mate, and welcome back to Captain Industry with me, JD. In our last episode, we got a bunch of upgrades done. Got a bunch of upgrades done to a bunch of different boxes, also improved our power position, and at the same time, we upgraded, well, our tree planting area. Tree planting area with a whole bunch of advanced logistics. So not only do the saplings come over, well, at least close to the tree planters, but also the wood gets exported close to the wood choppers, at which point it gets moved by the general logistics team, which is fine, except the general logistics team has been overworked. Let's put it that way. Overworked for a very, very long time. We also got our dock upgraded to a tier 6 dock, which gives us more modules for the ship to move things in and out. And now that we have, well, our cargo dock 6, which means we know exactly the footprint of a cargo dock 8, I want to go through and I want to move around the shipyards. Yes, I'd also like to get to food, because I keep saying we're going to get to food in the next episode, and then we run out of time. So maybe this episode will be the episode we actually get to food. I don't know. But what I do want to know is, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like early in the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, you're not happy with the fact that the fog's coming in, I need to leave this entry right about now, by all means, you can have your like back. At the same time, if you're late to the series, you're just joining now, don't forget, in the first link in the description is a link to the playlist where you can go back and play catch up. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into, well, fixing more past Jedi mistakes, because we did a lot of that last episode, and we need to do a few more this episode. As always, at the start of every episode, I like to thank those that go above and beyond, those that choose to support the channel, those that choose to keep the dream alive. And today, we need to thank this little excavator here, which is going to be named after 𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you for choosing to support the channel, and bye-bye. Yeah, you're off to get scrapped. Yeah, bye, mate. And welcome back, 𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚, who is our first mega digger. Who is going to head off to the iron mine. Unfortunately, the iron mine is the top iron mine. We don't really need a lot of iron up at the top of the base, but I really want to get the excavators upgraded in pairs, and this happened to be a good pair with a single excavator and a single truck, so it seemed like a good spot to start. In fact, these storages are, well, I've got 2 storages full, which means I can do, well, a mega digger and a mega truck, and a mega digger and a mega truck out of one storage, because that holds 360, and a whole truck is 120, and a mega excavator is 240 vehicle parts. So 360 does, well, two of them. We've got a couple still in the queue, so we've got a couple more mega diggies to come, but you always remember your first. Mega boy, and our first mega boy is going to be 𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚. Again, thank you so much for choosing to support the channel. All right, today I need to do a couple of running arounds. First off, we'll still notice that we're still extremely busy, even with me dumping an extra 10 trucks in the last, well, 10, 15, 20, almost 20 in the last episode or two. We still have a lot of deliveries, but I did notice acid. We're now moving around acid again. I was like, where are we moving acid? Why are we moving acid? Turns out that we're making acid down here and we're shipping acid down here. Reason we're shipping acid down here is we upgraded copper. Copper needs 6 multiplied by 4, that's 24, plus another 24. Plus, we also need a little bit of acid for glass mix, another 12. So that's 48. That's 48 plus 12 is 60. And we're making 36. So I finally found a use for that mixer level 2 that we were talking about previously. So we're going to upgrade that. That should give us 72 acid, which now brings me onto the problem of that pipe's not big enough. With that pipe being made bigger, we should be fine, except I now need 60 water. You only output 48. So I need to have a second one of these, and you need to cuddle that one. Can you cuddle over the top? How do you feel? You feel like you cuddle over the top? You cuddle over the top. Okay. So we're going to have our first water pump, cuddle our second water pump, and that should provide 60 water in here, which should give us the 72 acid we require to keep this full. I'm going to turn that off because I don't really want acid being shipped down here. All right. So with that fix done, we should have enough acid. We're going out on 2 separate pipes, so I don't need to worry about it. But the next thing I want to talk about is glass making 2. I have access to the glass maker 2, which under you is this guy. Can you just live here for a second? Okay, so the original glass maker takes in 24 molten glass and gives us 24 glass, 1 to 1, that's nice, plus a couple of pieces of slag. The new and improved one takes in 48 molten glass, which happens to be exactly the amount a blast furnace 2 puts out. This is why we have one blast furnace 2 running 2 of the glass tubes. And yeah, we'll try pausing it. Actually, we'll try pausing it. No, we'll just try pausing it. Okay. So we're going to put 48 molten glass, but we're now going to get 72 glass out, which is a lot more. So what I want to do is I want to upgrade you and you, because I'm going to have to upgrade both those belts. I'm also going to try and upgrade the box, because I'd really like to use what molten glass is on the belts. That'd be nice. It's not a requirement, but it'd be nice. Also, you might notice that these have a slightly different footprint. This is why I chose to use my own blueprints, because all my blueprints are designed to be upgradable. So if I remove from 2 tiles out to there, plus you, plus you, plus you, and I'm sick of waiting, plus you and you, and 2 tiles out from there, I also don't need that slag belt anymore, don't need that slag belt, and won't need that slag belt. Hello? Go away. You should plug perfectly in there. I'm going to give you a friend. So we should now be able to output, well, pretty much twice the amount of glass we had previously if I just unpause you. It also means that you need 48 glass mix, which is fine on the belt we have, but also means that if I want to turn this one on, we can turn it on with as simple as just building it. So we need to look at that in, probably not right now because we've been fine on glass, but probably in the future. One thing I do want to do to prep for the future is I want to upgrade these belts. Yep. And one thing we should be doing is we should have the feed-in belts for glass at least be tier 2, because if you're doing the broken glass recipe, you need 72 per minute. So we should upgrade that belt no matter what. But with that done, we should be cranking out a whole lot more glass. Hence, I'm more than happy to have that box upgraded, because why not? We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We'll come back to that, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so that's step number 1. At the same time, sand. Technically, if I upgrade you, which I'm going to do it. That way we're covered. That way we've spoken about it. It's done and dusted. If I upgrade you to the next tier of mixer, you now need 96 sand in, which means that belt needs to be upgraded. And potentially I'm going to have a problem, because if you need 96 sand and you'll now run 96 glass mix out, which you have to run 2 of these. So you're going to run 2, you're going to run 2, you're going to run 2, and you're going to run 2. Technically, that's like 400 sand. And my belts, now we have tier 3 belts, are only going to move 450 sand. Which means I have 50 sand left over to run all the copper smelters, plus also the quartz, the arc furnace on the end doing the poly, which is going to be a little bit awkward. I do have one upside, and that is that I plug the sandbox directly into a connector. So technically the first one is not using any of the 450 throughput. It's only going to be 450 to the side. So I've technically got a little bit of leeway, but not a lot. Just something we need to keep in mind in the future. I might have to remove this giant box of sand and move it back or left or spin it a tile or 2 and go from there. Okay, so that's now done, which means we can get rid of glass making off our list. Okay, can I go to you? You can't reach. Okay, so you're the iron mine that just got upgraded, and you can't get in to fill. Oh god. Okay, you can go. Okay, first off, you're not going to be able to access the tower either, are you? No. Okay, fine. Your tower can now go here. Okay, this is going to be iron topper. Cool. Build. Iron topper, go away. Alright, which now means you and you are going to be idle, so we're going to reassign you. Okay, next thing is I need to move this. Actually, you know what? Delete, delete. That's how we're going to solve the problem. Just magically disappear. Cool. Now you can access this, and oh my god, I really hope you can access that. You can access that as well. Okay, cool. We're going to call that a done deal. Alright. Large harvest has no trees to harvest. That's fine. Woody has no trees to harvest. That's fine. You have just a little bit of dirt. Hopefully that's enough to fill in those last little gaps. Hopefully, come on. I'd really like you to be done. Oh, cool. Perfect. Okay. You belong to this bucket. This bucket. This is one of our empty buckets, and you were assigned to just that tower. I'm now going to assign you to this tower, and I'm now going to assign that dirt tower to start working on that dirt pile. Cool. All right. Yeah, we're finally clearing out the dirt from inside the crater slowly. Woody, we don't care about. Potatoes, we don't care about. Fertilizer, we'll come back to. Iron ore, we know about. Too much rock. Okay, too much rock is I move this bucket. Delete. Empty this bucket. Empty this bucket. Remove. Not removed yet. Can I remove both those belts and that bridge? I move the belts and everything over here so I could. Hello? Excellent. I could assign you here instead. Can we just instant delete you? All right. Just moved everything around the island slightly. Also, definitely hoping that with the hopefully shorter belts, we're going to use less power. You're using 41. You're using 75. You're now using 99. So hopefully a little bit less power, and also hopefully a shorter trip for you, so you can get the rock dumped a little bit faster. We are making massive progress around this side of the island with just a single giant dump truck. We're making giant strides. Okay, next thing I need to do is, I need to remove that. Ocean access blocked. Remove that. I've literally just removed these things. Haul truck can't access what? You just got yourself stuck because, there's no ramp on this side. Oh, I see your issue. Can I edit area? No. Wrong tower. Edit area. You're the dirt tower. From there to there. Can I get a little ramp, please? Probably going to make all the difference. In the meantime, we're just going to have to pay to recover you. Okay. All right. That solves that problem. All right. Last episode. Upgrade the power plant. Made the power plant bigger and better so we had enough power to keep us running. But we also just researched power generation number 4, which unlocked a couple of new things. The couple of things that unlocked was high pressure turbine 2 versus the high pressure turbine, the low pressure turbine 2 versus the low pressure turbine, also the power generator large. Now, we're going to take a second to talk about these. Also the water tower. We'll come back to the water tower. The cooling tower. So the high pressure turbine needs 2 people, 2 maintenance, takes in 24 high pressure steam, 6 mechanical, for 24 low out. Okay. This takes in 48, so twice as much in for 12 mechanical, twice as much out. For 48 low steam out, again, twice as much. So no real difference. Still needs 2 people. The biggest difference is going to be rather than needing construction part 2, you need construction part 4. So way later in the, expense of construction parts. Also, at the same time, maintenance 2. So it's a different type of maintenance. But that's about it. Okay, there is literally no difference between the two of them. Same with the low pressure turbine versus the low pressure turbine 2. The only difference is that's construction 3, that's construction 4. Yep. So no real difference. But the power generator. So this gives you 2 megawatts worth of electrical for 3 megawatts worth of mechanical power. This gives you 15 electrical for 18 megawatts worth of mechanical, which is about 83% efficient, whereas this is about 66% efficient. So this is way better, which means I want to put these in place. Now, you may notice a problem if you try and upgrading things in place is they have a very different footprint. So we're going to retrofit the system. Like I've seen lots of people rip these things down and rebuild them just because they got the better generator, which is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But I'd like to save resources where I can and also not worry about this is temporary. Eventually we're going to get nuclear. When we get nuclear, sure, I'll worry about more permanent build, but for right now, I really don't care. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause this boiler. That's going to stop inputting power into this shaft. This is our primary shaft with a power production of number 5. And this one's easy, okay, because I didn't put any flywheels on it. So we're just going to remove these guys. I'm going to put a power generator large in 1, and then because I have the space, we're going to throw in a couple of flywheels. Okay, and build that. I'm going to set you back to power priority number 5. Cool, because I want you on power priority 5. I want this to be the primary power station. Probably. No, we're going to set you to 6. Yeah, I'm going to set you to 6. Okay, we have plenty of megawatt seconds on there, which means I can at least start this up, and we can start charging the shaft at the very minimum. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, next one we're going to talk about is this one. Because this was well, this was the primary. This is now going to be the new primary. We'll talk about exactly how it's going to run in a second. And I have a bunch of power on the shaft first, so I want to pause the power input, the steam input, so we can discharge the shaft. At the same time, I want to rearrange things. Now, I've been told many times I put too many flywheels on my drive shafts. Okay, like, JD, you don't need me that many flywheels. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't cost anything in the way of maintenance. They don't cost anything in efficiency on the shaft. All they are is like batteries. Okay, as many batteries as you want to put on the shaft, go nuts. Also, at the same time, they happen to be the exact same footprint as the bigger and better power generator, which means this upgrade is way easier. So what I want to do is I want to remove you. And cool. And we can remove these guys off the edge. These are easy to access, so we're going to remove those as well. And then we're going to put in the bigger and better power generator right there. Now you might say, JD, hang on, you're adding 18 megawatts onto the shaft between 6 and 6 and 3 and 3. That's 18. But then you're going to take 18 off, plus you're going to take off another 3, 6, 9, 12. That's not going to work out. Mathematically, that's wrong and bad. And I'm like, yeah, it is. You know what we're going to do? We're going to pause these guys. If they're paused, they don't run. They don't run. They also don't affect how many megawatt seconds we do and don't have on the shaft. Yep, still have 103. So we're just going to pause them. They're not going to produce any power. They're not going to cost me any maintenance. And technically, they still provide extra battery power onto the shaft. And then I'm going to throw a flywheel on the end, too. Because, well, the trucks can just drive a little bit further around the outside, and we call that a done deal. You are going to be 6. You're going to be 5, I guess? Yeah, I guess you could be 5. You're on constant run, and you're on constant run. So this one and this one run constantly, which means that is 15 megawatts worth of power and 15 megawatts worth of power, which means my system is currently designed to never, ever dip below 30 megawatts worth of power. Okay, if we need less than 30 megawatts worth of power, we're still going to burn the amount of fuel required to produce 30 megawatts. Okay, by all means, I could set these to auto balance because they'd never turn off because we're not going to drop below 30, and because we are using manually setting the priorities on the generators, I'm forcing them to turn on in a set order rather than having different ones turn on and off as auto balance kicks in and out and all that sort of stuff. So either or is up to you. Okay, this shaft, I want to do two things. Actually, let's go with this shaft. First thing I want to do is I want to drain the shaft. Okay, I want to drain the shaft of mechanical power because I'm going to rip this guy out. So I'd like to drain the shaft. So I want to pause you so we're not inputting power into the shaft. And then I'm going to set you to power production number 1. I'm going to copy your settings and paste it to all your friends because I want to drain the shaft. At the same time, no, I need to do these one at a time. Okay, so I need to actually, do it? Yeah, no, well, it's fine. All right, we're going to drain the shaft. Okay, so I've cut off the power input and I'm making sure that these guys are going to burn off any spare power that is in the shaft. And then actually, yeah, I'm not going to rebuild it. I'm just going to put 1 in. Yeah. Okay, once you're done, we're going to go max output. We're going to hit 0 at the red line. Yeah, okay, so now we hit 0. I'm going to remove you. I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to cover up all those guys. Go away. And then we can put you in instead. And actually, whilst I wait, can I pause you? And so we're going to put you in there. We're going to uni build that, and you are plugged into the shaft. You are. So I'm going to just turn you back on. You are going to be 7? 8. 8. Yeah, we'll set you for 8. Okay, you are going to be power production number 1. And run. And run. And again, I just want to drain the shaft. So I've turned off you, and we're going to drain the shaft. The main reason I want to do this one is this one has this extra guy on the end, which runs off our exhaust scrubber. So because it's running on the exhaust scrubber, it's going to have randomly power added onto the shaft, which means emptying the power out of the shaft is going to take a little while longer. It's one of the reasons I left it till last. But that's good enough. Good enough, close enough. Okay, I'm going to remove you. We're going to spend some uni on that, and we're going to split the shaft in 2, which is probably going to make it complain. Yeah, 1050, there we go, 55, and then down to nothing. All right, I'm going to put you in there. I'm going to build that back in, and same story. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause all those guys, and I'm going to pause those guys, which means I can now unpause you. All right, we have you as, sorry, you as 5, so you're running all the time. You as 6, so you're running all the time. You as 8, and this one I'm going to run as 7. And the reason I want to run this as 7 is, as I said before, this gets a little bit of spare power produced by, well, the exhaust scrubber. So I might as well take that little bit of extra power. Okay, no idea why that's doing that, but okay. I want to take that little bit of extra power and I want to run it into, well, these guys. I want to run it into these guys, well, into this shaft, which is going to be the one that's handling. So this is handling from 0 to 15 megawatts. This is going to handle from 15 or 16 megawatts, 15.1 megawatts, through to 30. This one's going to handle anything between 30 and 45. So if we're adding a little bit of power on occasionally with the exhaust scrubber running, then I might as well take a little bit off at the same time, you know, when I can. Okay. One thing I want to look at, just on the off chance, is, no, glass maker 2. No, not a hope. Didn't think so. All right. The other thing we got access to was the cooling tower large. Now, a cooling tower takes in 24 depleted steam and gives me back 50% of that as water. So we're going to get 50% refund on our water. It's going to cost me 2 people. The large version cost me 4 people, but it's going to give me a 75% refund compared to the 50% refund. Also means that as you now do 96, I can hook 4 outputs, so you, and you, into one tower. Whereas it's you to one tower, you to one tower, you to one tower, you to one tower. Each of those need 2 people each, so that's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 people compared to just 4 people. So I want to upgrade these, which is going to be difficult. Yeah, it's nothing better than playing with a live system. Okay, we're going to put you here because it's about as out of the way as I can get you. And I need to work out which is water. So that is a water return. So I'm going to plug you into the water return. Okay. Next thing I need to do is I need to work out where my steam comes from, which is, actually, I might be lucky. That's the steam return. I should be able to just do that. So that should be, oh no, that is not steam return. That is the water return. Yes. Okay, not that pipe. All right, we're going to have to remove, obviously, you and you. And I only do 1 power plant at a time because I need to keep at least 45 megawatts worth of power active and available. I can run from you, actually. Yeah, just... Can I... Height 2, into there. Into there? Cool. That's not going to plug in very neatly. Can I remove that? Can I go flat for a tile and then plug it into that? And then you go into there. Cool. With that done, I'm going to remove that. We're going to build these guys so obviously they can start exporting water. I need to upgrade that pipe because we're going to be potentially moving 96 water through it. And if I remove that, it should be as easy as that plugged in. So 24 steam, another 24 should give me all the steam requirements to run you flat out and get back a whole lot more water, which is going to cut back on the amount of water I'm using from the groundwater supply we have right here. And that pipe can also go away. Cool. So that fixes up that side. This side, I want to do the exact same thing. I think you are going to live here. Yeah, come on. Here somewhere. Actually, there. Because that, nope. That's the steam pipe. Okay, can I bring that over to here? And get that built and that built. And we need to obviously upgrade that pipe. And I believe that's my other steam return. It is. Cool. Can I remove you, and you, and you, and you, and you? And then I should be able to just drag that into there. And that should be the steam return from these 2 guys. And then all I need to do is, actually I can do it by upgrading you, and then run that into there. And then you need to build everything. And that pipe disappears, along with you, and that little pipe in there. And, oh gosh. That pipe in there, and that pipe in there. Cool. Alright, so that upgrades all those. All those. It still leaves this little guy, which is running the exhaust scrubber, purely because the output's 24, and I've sort of maxed out my towers. I could Don't get me wrong, I could just run that straight into a cooling tower, a big cooling tower, and get back 75% of the water if I wanted to. It's just not worth the time and the effort. So we're going to leave that as is. We're going to gain a little bit more water back out of here. And no, you're at 41%. I don't have to worry about the amount of water. Colonel cannot reach what now? You try and go to the shipyard because it has 400 diesel in it, which is something I don't really want to delete. Okay, fine. All right, what I need to do is I need to clear a path so you can get to the shipyard because you're a pain in the butt. Can I just in the meantime tell you to stop being silly and drive you over towards here where there is an active fuel station you can go visit? All right, I want to fix this. The only way to fix this is to remove access, well, clear up access, or put in bridges. Now, as we're going to have more and more bottom iron. Okay, bottom iron can... Right, bottom iron, can I get you... Okay, there's iron in the corner. Can I get you to dig out a couple of tiles that way? Can I also get you... No. Flat. Yeah, dig out a couple of tiles that way. Can I also get you to clear out that area? And you can go another two tiles further into the mountain. Can I edit area? All of that, please. Cool. Back to our story. Okay, I have two options. I can either start removing mass things, or we can put bridges in to make it more truck friendly, big truck friendly, or I can start rearranging things to make it more truck friendly. Yeah, let's go with that one. All right, so I want to do a couple of things. First off, we're going to grab this exhaust. We're going to grab this exhaust right here because I should have done this previously, and we're going to run that into a small pipe. Small pipe is going to go from here to here to, come on, let's go to, I don't know, I want a few tiles. Sure. And we're going to run this through here. It's probably going to be my way in the future. Considering it's going right over a pump and dump system, you bet it will be. Into, I've got shift mode on. I hate shift mode. Can I get you to come? Yup. Okay, just live there. Okay. Build pipe. All right, without shift mode turned on. Hello? Again. Okay. All right, have you come here? Have you come to there, then to here, and then under this pipe. Under? Thank you. Over to that tile, and then up and plug into there. So that is an exhaust pipe. That is an exhaust pipe. Okay, plug into that exhaust pipe, please. All right. So I should have done that previously because every single bit of exhaust I run through the exhaust scrubbing system gives me some free water. So we definitely should have done that previously. All right. Next thing I want to do is I want to remove the water coming this way and the water coming from you, and also that balancer. Okay, with that done, we're going to reverse you. And I'm going to plug you, into you. Okay, I have a problem now that we're running all the water back this way into this balancer, which means I can't scrub exhausts, which is very problematic. So what I want to do is I want to take the water, and rather than take it all the way around this way, down here, I want to bring it, well, down our ramp, which means the bridge I put in here is not big enough. Okay, I want to take water from the port at the back. We're going to come around at the ground level. Yeah, under there. Don't care how you get there. You can get to there, and we're going to build that. And then I'm going to put in a bridge. Oh, God. All the options are bad options. No, I'm going to put it there. Okay, build the bridge. All right, we're going to take our water pipe, which needs to go... Okay, can I delete you and run you one tile flat and then into there instead, and done. I know, we keep doing researches. We'll talk about the researches again before the episode's out, I hope. All right, there to there to there. All right, we're going to, it turns out, run on top of this belt because I can. And, oh, can I, oh, please tell me I can do this. Oh, valid. 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 Oh, I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong, they're curved at entirely different angles, but like I said, I really wish I've read lots of comments on, you know, the best way to run pipes up and down ramps, and I stick by my guns. I'm like, there are valid ways to do it, just like there are valid ways to do goat pipes and goat belts and etc., but not really part of the game, not really designed to be part of the game. Whereas you do have a ramp at a set angle, which, because it's at a set angle, I really wish the devs would give us a way to run belts and pipes down a ramp in a nice looking fashion, okay? Not this mess. This is just ghastly. I admit it's ghastly. I also admit that I don't care, because eventually, I don't know, eventually we're going to have to do something. I don't know what something is, but we're going to run the water into here. Also means this pipe, which is where our water was coming from, I need to rotate, because I need to get water into these farms. Otherwise, they're going to get very grumpy, which means I can now remove that pipe, which is going around our limestone. Also, I can remove that bridge, and we can remove that bridge. Speaking of things I'd like to remove, we're digging out limestone. And trucks still come up to the tower and sit at the tower when they're bored and they're waiting for more orders. So what I want to do is I want to put you down here. You are going to be edit there, and we're going to call you upper limestone. Cool. All right, we're going to build that, copy those towers, put them here. I think I want to space them out just a little bit. I'm hoping this doesn't get in the way in the future, and we're going to remove that, remove those guys, and then build these guys. Okay, with that done, I should be able to assign you and you there, and then hopefully everything moves across without a problem. All right, I'm going to actually remember we might have to delete, so we're going to click that button, and limestone goes somewhere where it's needed, and click that button, and it also goes somewhere. Yeah, it's helpful, and we should be able to remove that, and the trucks can get around to emptying the other ones. I'm not too fussed about that. Okay, so that fixed that problem as well. Next thing I want to do, so we've moved the water pipe, we've fixed up the exhaust, we've upgraded the power, and we've fixed the limestone miner. Now, I keep saying we're going to get to food, and I want to get to food. I really, really want to get to food. There are so many things I'd like to do with food. I just don't know whether we're going to have time. Let's talk about these really quickly. So recycling edicts, they are just more edicts. Technically with recycling, actually, recycling one is probably one we should spend more than half a second on. Recycling. With all the research, you have a 35% recycling. Okay, you get back 35% of, well, any goods that go in that come back with recyclables. Not everything does, mainly maintenance does, and of course research. There are other things that we'll get to other things when we actually unlock other things. But you can increase that with 1 unit up to 55%. That is a massive increase right there. Another 1 unit, you can add another 15%, which can take you up to 75%. That's getting awfully efficient. Another 1 unit can bring you up to 80%, and then for another 1 unit, you get up to a 90% refund. If you're worried about resources on a map, getting 5 uni spent on this, because the last one is very expensive at 2 uni, is probably worth your time and effort. I'm not worried about resources. In fact, we're trying to dig our way through a coal hill to get a proper ramp down here since the game started. We're still not there. We are in year, what, 300? Just gone year 300. We've got mega trucks. Damn. So, you know, we'll hopefully get there. Actually, whilst we're here, limestone. So you've been upgraded. You're also upgraded. We're digging out coal as fast as we can. Obviously, it's not fast enough. But I'm going to steal 1 from you and 1 from you. And we're going to assign them to here. And I'm going to redraw this map, because I don't want people deciding that they're going to go upstairs when they don't need to go upstairs, and vice versa. We're going to hit delete it on, and I am going to upgrade you. And I don't want to upgrade the coal one just yet, just in case. I'm going to upgrade you because we're now full on copper ore. I'm going to upgrade you because you're sand, and we're still mining sand up here. Yes, and I cut back all the edges, hoping to just get the sand out. And yeah, we'll upgrade that as well. You're still dumping. I don't want to upgrade slag belts. That's one thing I want to avoid. So you're going to fill up. You're going to fill up. I don't really want to make lots of electronics just yet. You guys. Oh, I wouldn't mind doing those. Okay, iron. Okay, concrete slabs, definitely. Or do we wait for the next? No, we might hold that off for just a second. And steel, you're complaining. You're actually running out of steel. No way. No way. Okay. Close that. Close that. Okay. We're down to busy. That's an improvement. And it's now some amount of construction parts like dribs and drabs, a little bit of sand, a lot of fertilizer, a lot of food. Yeah, food is getting higher and higher on the list. Also wood, but wood requires yes, also a lot of rock and slag. Yep, those are not going to go away anytime soon. High supply of rock. Is it really? It is really. Okay. Well, I don't want to assign any other trucks, so you'll just get to it as fast as you get to it. In fact, these boxes are mostly empty, and this little crew is, well, less than it was originally. All right. Yeah, I think I'm happy. I'd like to upgrade this, but obviously we're short on coal right now, so let's not do that. And I think we're just going to have to keep an eye on iron. Steel, rather. I wouldn't mind doing that, but if steel's having issues, maybe we don't. It's not a supply issue. No, it's not a supply issue. You know what? We're going to upgrade you. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on you. Like 77%, the alert goes off at 75. How? Okay, so the alert's gone away now. Alright, we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's definitely you and potatoes, fertilizer. Okay. Yeah, food we're going to need a bit more time for. Alright, one thing I can do to prep for food is, currently we're bringing food over here, okay? But that has a coal belt wrapping around and all sorts of things, which I sort of want to avoid. So I want to move food across to here, but I currently have trash here. I also currently have biomass here, and I have medical. What went beep? Oh, recycling it is we spoke about. Fuel station 3. Actually, we can do this really quickly. Upgrade button. Can I upgrade that fuel station? Thank you. And upgrade that fuel station. Thank you. And upgrade that fuel station. The bigger and better fuel stations, in theory, just let trucks fill up faster and hold more fuel. In theory, I haven't actually ever seen a difference. You're idle. Holy shit. We have idle trucks. We've spent 1,500 years at extremely busy, and now we have idle trucks. Oh no, actually, there's one more fuel station over here. Can I get you upgraded as well? Okay, that's that one done. So fuel station, yeah, bigger and better fuel station. Actually, does it even tell you? Vehicles. Provides increased storage and refueling rate compared to the previous tier. Yeah. I haven't actually tested it. I'm not worried. All right. Here, food. Okay. Food. I want to have food come over here. We might also need to clear out more space. We'll come back to that problem if we do. All right. So I want to rearrange this. So what I want to do is I want to copy from here to here. I'm going to put you there. Because these are town modules, you need to make sure that if you copy and paste them, you make sure that they light up green on the modules, because they can only attach into certain tiles. So I want to put you there. Then I want to do this wonderful thing called deconstruction, and we're going to remove everything that I don't know where. Let's go with there. Actually, give me all the room in the world. We're going to do that, and that should disappear. That should disappear. Cool. Then I'm going to grab this, and I want to hopefully slide this over a few tiles. Green. Oh, okay, right there. In that case, we're going to put you right there. I'm going to copy one set of belts and put them there and plug you back in. Wait, at the same time, I want to do the same with medical. I'd like to squeeze you along. Will you? Oh, you'll fit right there. Except the belt's too long. Okay. If I chop back the belt, and then I copy, and medical. No, that's all. Okay, now the belt's too short. But I'll take it. Alright, if I can get medical rebuilt, please, that would be awesome. We're not going to build the belt just yet. We're going to remove this belt, and that belt, bubble box. We're going to pay the uni to instantly move that into that box, I hope. No idea where that went. And, oh, it went there. And if I hit delete on that, that should move into there. And I hit delete on that, and that should move into there as well. And then I'm going to delete you. Cool. We're just going to move everything over a little bit. Just a little bit. So I have some room for, room and activities and things. The other thing I need to do is waste. Waste. We are outputting 72 waste. Okay. Now, previously we had to upgrade the belt because the belt only moves 60. We fixed that. But our compactor only compacts 72, which means it's double compactor time. If we need a fourth compactor, I need to come up with a new solution because this is no longer going to work, obviously. All right, so we're going to get that done. That'll let us compact more and, well, let us deal with the overflow, I guess. Yeah, the overflow, I guess. But that means you shouldn't back up because I did notice that we moved around some trash, which means the trash has been going into here, slowly stacking up high enough, and then rather than something bad happening, it's going to be picked up by the trucks and taken over to the incineration station all by itself. Where are you? You're limestone. Can I just edit area? You work a little bit deeper. And we were trying to aim for the bottom, and I think we failed. Yeah, are you guys going to get yourself stuck? Okay, how deep is this? Oh god. Deep. Well, we're digging into the crater, one way or another. And there's still limestone in the sidewall there, and limestone in the sidewall there. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely digging into the crater. Starting at -70 and going down. Well, -62 and going down. Cool. All right, that's not going to at all cause any hassles. All right, back to this. Okay, so we've moved. Thank you. Cool. We've moved everything over. We have a little bit more space. So what I want to do is I want to put in food storage. You are nothing but potatoes. Nothing but potatoes. I want to have a big boy storage because... big boy storage. Because we're going to plan for, well, hopefully next episode where we get around to do something about food. I'm going to have a second one, which I'm going to put here, except you are going to do corn and a big boy box right there. And then I also need one for veggies and big boy box facing the right direction, veggies and veggies. Okay, so this is overkill. Overkill on the scale of overkill, massive overkill. I don't mind having some overkill, but I'm going to do that. I am going to set up, just so the trucks can start, potatoes, corn, and veggies. Veggie. Okay. And, well, hurry up. Be built. And research is not happening. Research. Can we get fruit so it's off our list? Can we get sugarcane along with sausage production so it's off our list? I'm trying to look for things I don't have to talk about. Oh, electric boilers. They use power to make steam. You only should use an electric boiler for one of two reasons. One, you only need a little bit of steam, and two, you're lazy. There is a third condition, which is you have a whole lot of solar up and running and power is essentially free. But normally it falls under reason number one and reason number two. You only need a little bit of steam and you're lazy. I would definitely use it for making paper. I need 1.5 steam. I would use an electric boiler for that because they chew so much power for the small amount of steam they put out. They put out 24 steam for, well, there we go, 8 megawatts worth of power. 24 steam gives us 6 megawatts worth of mechanical power. If I get back an 83% return on that, that's 5 megawatts worth of actual electricity, and it cost me 8 megawatts to make the power in the first place. Yep, not a fan. All right, what I want to do is I want to remove that. I want to delete you, 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 and delete that belt. Okay, we're going to hit delete on that and delete on that. That should instantly transport the things to, well, boxes or buildings. I don't care which boxes, it turns out, which should directly feed into there. Also, if I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and we should be done. I can do that, and we don't have any corn, but we do have veggies, and we do have potatoes. So that should have transported everything across. We got low food supply for a second. Yeah, we just must not have any corn. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, we're down a stable. I was expecting trucks to do better delivery. Okay, and one last thing we'll throw into the last of the episode is I now have a chem plant 2, which runs exactly like a chem plant 1, except it runs every recipe at twice the speed. It costs, what, 250, 450, so a little bit more power. 8 people compared to 14 people, and 3.4 maintenance compared to 3.4. So maintenance 2 rather than maintenance 1, but same maintenance cost for a few extra people. And I didn't ever get around to docks. We'll get around to docks hopefully next episode. But I'm going to call this episode here. I'm run over time again, but we've got a lot of progress done. We now have, well, better accessibility for our big boy trucks. We also have better power, so I have to worry about power for hopefully not a while. Also, we've been stacking up parts again. Yeah, I can get another one upgraded next episode. And hopefully we can also upgrade this right now. Yeah, get a few more big buckets upgraded, and steel is actually perfectly fine. Okay, in that case, we're going to upgrade you as well. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're upgrading the storages one by one. We're also, well, flattening out the map. This team is almost done. This team is also almost done. And our join around the outside is also almost done. And then we'll talk about this when we actually get progress over there. Yeah, all right, I'm going to call it here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the very next episode where hopefully we get to food. Hopefully. I really hope we get to food in the next episode. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.